When he assumed office as the Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Shippers Council on the 2nd of November 2023, Barrister Akutah'S was determined, among others, to consolidate on the gains of his predecessors and promote a conducive business environment at the ports that will guarantee effective and reliable services in the maritime industry. The whole idea was to facilitate trade, protect the interest of shippers, and make Nigeria a regional maritime hub in the African sub-region. It's been 365 days since Barrister Akutah took over the mantle of leadership in Nigerian Shippers Council. What are the milestones recorded by the agency under his watch? We will tell you all about his breakthrough on the job in the period under review and prospects in the years ahead. Details after this short message.
For more than 5 decades, we have empowered and protected the interests of shippers in the nation's maritime industry. Our focus is to facilitate trade, regulate tariffs and rates, as well as handle shippers' complaints on cargo losses, damage and non-delivery. We offer dispute resolution mechanism for shipping and trade disputes between shippers and service providers. We are Nigerian Shippers Council, Nigeria's port economic regulator, your gateway to a thriving maritime sector. Nigerian Shippers Council will meet you at the port of your need.
Welcome to a special edition of your program, The Shipper, brought to you by Nigerian Shippers Council, the nation's most responsive government agency, the nation's port economic regulator. My name is Abike Ido. He has left no one in doubt of his capacity and determination to evolve strategies that will promote trade and regulate port operations for effective and efficient services in the nation's maritime industry. The Executive Secretary and CEO of the Council, Barrister Akutah'S, has demonstrated courage, resilience, professionalism, and proficiency in the discharge of his duties. While steering the ship of the Council in the last 1 year, we at the Shipper have been monitoring the activities of the Council under his watch in the past 1 year, and we've put together this report. Please enjoy the program.
He made a strong entrance into the headquarters of the Nigerian Shippers Council on the 2nd of November 2023. It was the day he assumed office as Executive Secretary and Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian Shippers Council. Barrister Akutah'S was received by an elated management and staff of the organization in what can be described as a unique and exciting moment.
So many things that can be done with this agency, and I believe that the man, the ES, is an egghead. He's a very intelligent person that if he gets the requisite support from the directors, I believe that there have been new things, new revenue opportunities to be generated for the government of Nigeria.
What followed was the exchange of pleasantries at a meeting with the management of the council to acquaint the ES with operations of the agency.
He's been able to show that he is a man that is given to teamwork, which is very essential. Because whatever it is that we want to achieve as an organization in our role as port economic regulator, we should be mindful of the fact that it can only be done when we work as a team. we look forward to more successful tenure of the Nigerian Shippers Council as the port economic regulator.
The meeting set the tone for the numerous activities embarked upon by the council under the supervision of Barrister Akutah'S, while soliciting the support of management and staff of the NSC. Akutah told his colleagues that the task of achieving set objectives of government's marine and blue economy policy was a collective one.
I told you when I came here to resume that I'm going to be a leader that will lead you from behind and watch what you are doing. I will be in the front when it is needed, but I will listen to all of what you have to say. That will add together to us building a very strong Nigerian Shippers Council that will move this economy forward.
The expansion of transport infrastructure, such as inland dry port, automation of port processes, enactment of Council's bill tagged the Nigerian Shipping and Port Economic Regulatory Agency Bill 2023, and regular stakeholders' engagement were top on the Executive Secretary's priority list. He consolidated on efforts made by his predecessors, demonstrated commitment towards the development of inland dry port projects across the country, inspected facilities, and met host communities. The regulatory support by the NSC boss led to the commissioning of Funtua Inland Dry Port in Katsina State.
This project is committed into your hands. Do your best to promote it. The president has already spoken about other countries in the hinterlands. The minister has spoken. You can see the direction of the government. Shippers Council is standing right behind you.
During the period under review, Akutah enhanced the agency's alternative dispute resolution mechanism to address infractions to protect shippers and other stakeholders. The outcome of his efforts in this regard was tremendous and helped the nation save billions of naira, as attested to by some operators in the industry.
The tenure of Pius Akutah's witness board stakeholders engagement aims at providing solutions to myriad of challenges that are affecting the maritime industry, most especially as it has to do with the wholly suspect of the industry. During the stakeholders engagement, we raised the issue of extortion bandits affecting the business of haulage, and through the intervention of the CEO, was able to reach out to people in the higher authority. And we started seeing significant reduction in the rate at which we are being attacked by extortion bandits along the port corridor. Moreover, the alternative dispute resolution mechanism of the Nigerian Shipper Council has witnessed a solution of issues that has to do with general demurrage between importers and shipping companies, as well as time which save a lot of billions of naira for the importers.
The digital secretary that the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria have named him have done what we call a tremendous job by way of aligning himself with the struggle that have been on for the past decades. And he came in as a proactive man who believed in welfareism of the workers. It shows that where he was coming from, he believed in justice and equity, made him to say, yes, this thing must be done. Not only done, achieved by him under 1 year in the office. I did not say his predecessor did well. He did well. He met it on ground. Another directive was given to him by the Minister of Blue Economy, and he was able to carry out this very fertile assignment, because the assignment is very fragile, and he was able to manage it. Convince the whole world, the maritime stakeholders, that yes, somebody somewhere can do it better than what he met on ground. So we applauded him. We thank him for being proactive in the struggle to make it that the dream that we have been saying is not going to happen, it happened during his tenure. And better things will continue to happen during this tenure. He is a wonderful man of understanding, a committed, dedicated Nigerian who knows what he's doing, who believes in the justice and equity.
The first thing that he did that actually made us stakeholders to be happy was he did a visitation to all the zones, and Port Harcourt was one of them. And I noticed something in him, that he has a listening ear. He wants to know what is the challenge in the system and also want to know how to solve that problem. Specifically for my zone, based in Port Harcourt, we had a challenge because Port Harcourt, let me say, the South-South zone has the largest number of ports in the country. I stand to be corrected. We have about 6 ports. So when we complained to him that we need a lot of operational staff to come there, people that are actually into shipping and port operation, he quickly listened to us after the transfer of the one that was there and gave us somebody. So which means he has interest in the stakeholders and also wants the environment to grow.
He has made a very positive impact, not just on Nigeria Shippers Council, but on the port and the maritime sector, because of certain measures he has put in place, particularly as it concerns service delivery. You know quite well that the Nigeria Shippers Council is the economic regulator of the seaport sector. And that means that the services that he has to provide has to do with making sure that the output of the stakeholders in the seaport and the maritime sector is improved. And that he has done in a number of ways through the services that Nigeria Shippers Council has been providing for the stakeholders in the seaport sector.
He has turned out to be an executive officer of a government parastatal. Without noise, without further encumbrances, was able to achieve carrying the Shippers Council to the level it is now. Initially, what is available should avail him with information, what he needs to do, and he has surpassed that, because some of us try to do that, but he has surpassed our expectation.
The Executive Secretary's commitment towards port reform and trade promotion has been impressive, with commendable passion and dedication to expanding Nigeria's maritime infrastructure, transforming Nigerian Shippers Council into a powerful and responsive government agency with adequate regulatory capacity in the sector. Another task that Akutah-led management has vigorously pursued. The NSC boss is working assiduously to ensure the passage into law Nigerian Shipping and Port Economic Regulatory Agency Bill 2023. The bill is currently at the National Assembly and has passed second reading at the House of Representatives. It seeks to repeal the existing NSC Act.
We're not looking at bringing up a bill or a law that will strangulate the sector. No, that's not the intendment. The intendment is to bring sanity in the sector and ensure that the sector is booming, the economy is moving, and is contributing maximally to the national GDP.
Under his watch, the Council signed some memoranda of understanding with some organizations to promote strategic collaboration to grow the economy. One of such endorsements is the signing of the minimum standard wage for maritime workers.
This is a tax that has been going on for decades. But Your Excellency, you gave us a marching order to ensure that we achieve this.
Barrister Akutah'S is a man of many parts. His colleagues at work describe him as a workaholic, upright and diligent leader who places a premium on staff welfare development. Some members of the agency's management cadre told the shipper that Barrister Akutah is an exceptional leader with rare qualities.
We had thought that when chief executives are infused from outside, that it could set the council maybe a little backward. But it turned out not to be true, as exemplified by the person of Akutah'S Ukeyima, Esquire MON. He has not been in the maritime sector, but this chief executive came and took every one of us by surprise. With his depth of understanding, at very little prompting, he understands the issues. So his leadership style is democratic, but he's also transformational, because you listen to him and you see that he wants to do great and mighty things.
He's passionate about what the organization achieves, who is very passionate about the sustainability of his organization, and who is very willing to leave his marks, great landmarks, achieving milestones for Nigerian Shippers Council. Capacity building. He's interested also in targeted capacity building.
When he came in newly, he came in November, January, went to Funtua with him. He didn't just relent. He went to the site to see for himself. He has also visited Dala Inland Dry Port to meet with the concessionaire, visit all the sites. This is what a leader does. He doesn't just relent and send others to go there.
He promotes interdepartmental relationship. And that's a good thing because now we are getting very much into becoming a team. You know, you could have team being said, but you could have team being done. So what his style has done is that it has made teamwork to be emphasized.
Barrister Okeima has shown integrity. I have been part and parcel of the International Maritime Seminar for Judges for over 20 years. And the last one we had last year recorded an unprecedented success. Don't take anything away from the ES CEO. It was all down to him. It was his commitment, it was his strategy that pulled together the kind of eminent personalities that attended the last Maritime Seminar for Judges.
You can see he has inaugurated committees to drive implementation of innovative projects at the Nigerian Shippers Council since his takeover of the council, such as the Enterprise Content Management System, electronic regulatory process portal, used for confirmation of reasonableness of demurrage, freight rates, and other charter parties, among other things he has inaugurated since he joined Nigerian Shippers Council. Secondly, I will attribute his leadership style as inspirational and is collaborative in nature.
Barrister Pius Akutah has been a very serious person. He has been fastidious. He pays attention to details. He is also methodical.
You will say he encourages and ensures that all things that are due to the staff are taken care of. When he's coming, he has introduced so many things that will reduce, cushion the effects of this inflation for the staff. And the staff are actually happy with him.
I think by and large, I would say that for us, it's been a real 1 year of major transformation. And it's also been 1 year of heavy push at gaining grounds that we have lost for a long time and achieving a lot of things that we have aspired to achieve for a while now. So for us, it's been a plus.
This courageous team player spreads his tentacles to protect the interest of junior staff. For the amiable chief executive officer, everyone is important in the organization and must be part of efforts to advance the mandate of the Nigerian Shippers Council. Barrister Akutah Pius takes pride in providing incentives and a conducive work environment, a feat that has continued to attract commendation from staff.
Since the day he had a town hall meeting with us and made some promises, honestly speaking, none of these promises he made during the day that he has not fulfilled. In times of welfare of staff, is excellent. In time of operational activities of Nigerian Shippers Council, is also excellent. So he's good, he's a man of honor, he's a man of integrity.
He atomize on certain things he wants us to do. He thinks about how cooperative can be able to come together so that we can be able to provide housing for member.
If you can see our offices in Shippers Council, from the ground floor to the 11th floor, you have transformed it. It's a transformer. It's a performer. You are saying, I'm not missing word though. I'm saying what you have done. People can see it. So I'm giving 3 gbosa. My CEO, 3 gbosa for you. Gbosa, gbosa, gbosa.
Despite the accolades, Barrister Akutah'S believes that a lot still needs to be done, adding that the reward for hard work is more work.
So going forward, we will increase the level of stakeholder engagement that we are going to have in the coming 1 year. We're having a new 5-year program that will come up that will project our activities in the next 5 years. And that we focus majorly on what we'll be doing as port economic regulator in terms of facilitating trade and ensuring that business investment in this sector grow to a maximum of over $10 billion in the next 5 years.
Like every serious-minded, hard-working and forward-looking chief executive, Barrister Akutah'S is dedicated to the government's resolve to make Nigeria a maritime hub in Africa and a viable non-oil sector in Nigeria.
For more than 5 decades, we have empowered and protected the interests of shippers in the nation's maritime industry. Our focus is to facilitate trade, regulate tariffs and rates, as well as handle shippers' complaints on cargo losses, damage and non-delivery. We offer dispute resolution mechanism for shipping and trade disputes between shippers and service providers. We are Nigerian Shippers Council, Nigeria's port economic regulator, your gateway to a thriving maritime sector. Nigerian Shippers Council will meet you at the port of your need.
As he continues his journey, Barrister Akutah reminds us that the road ahead demands even greater effort and resilience. But with a leader of his caliber at the helm, the Nigerian Shippers Council's future looks brighter than ever. Thank you for joining us on this insightful episode of The Shipper. We'll see you next time as we bring you more impactful stories shaping Nigeria's maritime sector. I'm Abike Idowu, signing off.